up. I know Gino's dealing with it right now, actually. He's missed 2 shows because he's dealing with these type of factors right now. And one of the things, Scott, I'd love to go over with you is something we all should start really thinking about. And unfortunately, if you think about it too late, it will affect you, and that is long-term care. Can you share with us a little bit of why people should think about it, how it works, qualifying for it, cost, and do you have to wait till you're old to even get it?
Good questions.
Okay, good.
Okay. Long-term care insurance, it's a really important insurance. And the benefit of having it is if you have any assets, it's a way to protect your assets if you ever need home health care or if you need to go to a nursing home. And I'm sure a lot of people out there listening, they've dealt with this with their grandparents, possibly their parents. It's very, very expensive. A lot of people think the government's going to help pay for it. Well, they will help pay for nursing home if you have no money. They will make you spend all your money down where you have nothing. And
so that doesn't help you a lot. I mean, everybody's like, "Oh, the government will help." Well, not till they drain all your assets.
There's little things you can do to preserve a little bit of it, but they will. You cannot just give away your money to your kids or something, things like that to try and hide the money.
I get where you're going. Basically, you need to protect all those assets you've worked 20, 30 years for. This is a good way, because I know somebody just recently went through that, and you just don't think about this stuff. Unfortunately, you don't. It's really hard to think about, too, because it's a touchy subject, thinking about your grandparents or parents getting older and needing your assistance. But I know his grandmother, and they're really tight. The family's super, super tight. Just became, basically, I won't say an invalid, but she all of a sudden could not move, period. Just done. She's, 88 years old, and all of a sudden she couldn't get out of bed. So now they had to figure out how they're going to get her just to the bathroom and back and to the TV room and just have a life at all. And they're like, well, we got all quit our jobs to do this. But they hadn't planned. It wasn't planned, unfortunately.
Right.
And they found out that it's like pretty expensive.
It's expensive.
And they weren't prepared.
Yeah.
And now they have to figure out their lives. It's going to be a huge, I won't say interruption because it's grandma, but it is going to interrupt their lives.
Yes. It's one of these insurances that you hope you never need, but you should really. It's something, if you can afford it and you can qualify, it's something you should get while you can. You do not have to be old to have this to get this insurance. You can be young.
Didn't you already set yours up for you and your wife?
I'm 45. I just bought it. I just bought it myself. Just so we're healthy. Now's the time to get it. It's reasonable when you're young. I think if you can afford it, it's something to get.
So you're not just doing this for you. You're doing this for your children. Because I know
that's what it's for.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah. Otherwise, all your assets will, if you need it, will be gone. I recently I've written a ton of long-term care insurance over the years, but a local Valencia resident was not that old, in her early 60s, was walking her daughter's dog, fell down and broke her leg. Surgery. She had an in-home health care person for 6 months. She thanks me all the time that I'm glad I got this. I mean, she wanted it. She wanted it for when she gets older, but it happened at work when she was younger. It's a very easy thing to qualify for. If you can't do any 2 out of the 6, which ADLs, which are activities of daily living, you qualify for someone to come into your home, or if you need to go into a nursing home.
So this would help a family too make that decision, because a lot of times if you don't want to break down the assets or spend their own assets,
right,
it's nice that it's already taken care of for them, and they don't have to make that tough decision. It's like, nope, we have long-term care. Let's get mom, let's get grandmother, let's get grandpa the help they need. They deserve. They've earned that. So it'd be nice to prepare your children for that.
Right. Right, exactly. And it's to qualify, if you can't do any 2 out of the 6 ADLs, activities of daily living, if you can't bathe yourself, dress yourself, transfer yourself, you can't use the toilet, you can't feed yourself, you have continence. It's any 2 out of those 6 qualifies for someone. So it's very easy. Someone falls down and breaks their hip, they can't get themselves dressed, they can't transfer themselves. It will pay for somebody.
Perfect example of what I mentioned. I mean, bottom line is she's not incoherent. She just can't, unfortunately, because her legs aren't working now. They need help, and now they could have just gone, all right, we got somebody in to help with that.
Right.
That's good information. So they should reach out to Scott at corpstrat.com or Scott at corpstrat.com, CORPSTRAT. because Scott Zimmerman's a corporate strategist and insurance strategist. Meaning he will help you figure out what you don't know. And there's so many aspects. So go on his website. You're going to go, wow, I'd like to know about that. I should know about that. Hadn't thought about that. The other one is disability insurance.
Yes.
Very important because, and another thing probably people don't think of. I know I had it as a professional motocross racer. Right. It wasn't even fair to my wife to not have it.
Well, yeah, most people feel their most, they insure their most important asset. They feel it's their home. They feel it's their cars or businesses, whatever they have, their life. But really, your most valuable asset is your ability to earn an income. If you can't earn an income, you've lost everything that you have. So disability insurance is really, really important. A lot of people don't have it. It's something that's affordable.
It is. Compared to what you get a payout, God forbid something happens, you can still get 60% of your income, I think?
Yeah, it's up 60 to 70% of your income tax-free.
So basically you're getting your full income almost. If you weigh it all out, it's pretty close.
Yes.
It's a lot closer than not bringing in anything or having to now try to figure out how you're going to go, because disability pay or any of that's a joke compared to what you really need.
Exactly.
It'll change your lifestyle dramatically if you don't have disability insurance.
Right. Well, right.
Because I know the numbers I got for what the payout would have been. God forbid I crashed and hurt myself. And some of my friends, I told you, or 4 of them are in wheelchairs right now because it's a dangerous sport. If they would have had it, they'd be in a lot better position. I know I was positioned in case that happened to protect my wife and our home and our income and our lifestyle and all that. So it's a good thing to think of. Yes. So cool.
Yeah, it's less expensive the younger you are, and the rates are locked in. So it is something you should get while you're healthy.
Okay. Yeah. So these are things you should at least look into. Find out what they cost, because I think you'd be shocked at how affordable they are. And the peace of mind. When I had that, Scott, my peace of mind knowing my wife was protected while I was out playing or racing or whatever it is could affect her, but I didn't feel it would damage her as much. God forbid. I mean, she doesn't want me getting hurt, but now it'd be double whammy. Oh, great. Now you get hurt. 2, I got to carry your butt around. And 3, now where's our income coming from? So it's not fair to my wife. It's not fair to your kids. It's not fair to the family. So you should look into that. So look into it by getting a hold of Scott. Again, at corpstrat.com, corpstrat.com. You can email him if you want to just casually go, hey, Scott, I was wondering about this. Scott at corpstrat.com, Scott at corpstrat.com. Reach out to Scott, and he'll answer these questions. We only got 30 seconds left, but I did want to touch on, you do have some fairly inexpensive, a way for somebody to get insurance that doesn't have any insurance.
Yes. As far as I'll say it quickly, as far as individual insurance, there is a program that is guaranteed issue. It's affordable. A family in the Santa Clarita Valley would be only $200 and something a month, $214, I think. Doctor's visits, hospitalization, prescription, accident, all that can be covered. It's a discount plan. It's not the greatest plan, but it's better than nothing, and you can protect your family.
All right. So we appreciate you, Scott, coming on and explaining how you out there can protect your family and do it right with somebody who's very experienced and cares about you. Thank you for joining us, Scott.
Thank you for having me.
Great stuff. I can't wait to have you back, because you can see the pages of great information he has. So reach out to Scott at corpstrat.com or Scott at corpstrat.com. Thank you again for joining us right here on the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show. We have a real estate hour coming up with some great information and facts about what's going on in the real estate business right here in Santa Clarita that you do not want to miss. We'll be right back.